Hey guys, welcome back into another video on the FBTFC channel. And I know it says England on the thing on the banner, but wait, it's England. We're going through the Scotland-Wales game and the France-Ireland, and then I'll tell you who do I think will win the Six Nations. You saw my man. Make sure you go and watch in another video. I'll put it in the top right-hand corner there. Brandon Smith video with me talking about England versus Italy preview. Make sure you watch it, guys. We're going to go straight into it. And something we've seen here. I've seen this written down in Scotland. So I'm not going to put it in the chat. We're going to go through. They 1 Sutherland, 2 Brown, 3 Ferguson. They get 4 Cummings, 5 Gray, 6 Ritchie, 7 Watson, 8 Blade Thompson, 9 Price, 10 Russell, 12 Lang, 13 Harris, 11 King on, 14 Gray, 15 Hogg, 16 McNally, 17 Keppel, 18 Bergwijn, 19 Toulouse, 20 I forgot who it is. Let me just check. 21 Steele, 22 Hastings, 22 Dupree, 21 Steele, 22 20 Van der Merwe. Now we go on to this Wales team. 1 Curry, 2 Allaire, 3 Francis, 4 Rowland, 5 Hughes, 6 Hughes, 7 Tipper, 8 Falatau, 9 Davis, 10 Bigger, 11 Adams, 12 Watkin, 13 Davis, 14 William, 15 Halfpenny, 16 Parry, 17 Jones, 18 Lewis, 19 Hill, 20 Davis, 21 William, 22 Patton, 23 Tom. So this game is not going to be anything to play for. It's not going to be anything. This game is not something that anyone's really going to play for. Scotland versus Wales. I just read those teams out. You can go back in the video if you want to watch it. We're going to see, I think, big match is going to be very interesting. Bigger versus Russell. That is clear and concise. We're going to see that. That's going to be Bigger's probably in a lot better form and a lot better confidence. He's running confidence. It's going to, for first time in 20 years, I think it's 22 years out, I think Scotland are going to come away with this. They are playing, I think, in Wales. They're playing in Wales, but it's wrong. I do think Wales are not going to come with their not on form. And in this Autumn Nations, Wayne Pevac's going to be under pressure for his job. Mate, I just don't. I never said I saw it coming. He's not the sort of guy that he doesn't have the lack in defence. He's beaten by teams more easily, and that's where I think they're lacking that bit of control that they need in this team. I think Hughes for Scotland could target there, very inexperienced. And I think in that back row, Blade Thompson is not as weakness as we thought he'd be. He'll be a weakness for them. But I want to see this just tank. I do think I'm not too convinced that James Lang. I prefer Sam Johnson at 12. I've always really been impressed with Scotland, but I do think Scotland are going to win the game. It's going to be, I think the benches, looking at them, I think better forward pack. But the Hastings and Van der Merwe, I think you could see Van der Merwe I think I would have dropped Kinghorn and played Hugh Jones in that 23 shirt and had Harris on the bench, but and dropped King on Hugh Jones in 23 and Van der Merwe start because he played really well. It was really unfortunate to be dropped. And I think that bench, Tompkins unlucky. Look forward to see Gareth Davis, and I'm going to go my prediction now. I think it's going to be close. It's going to be an opening 60-minute close. But I just think that bench is a bit stronger and a bit looks good up. And I have a feeling Scotland are going to come. Sorry, Brandon. Scotland are going to come through this game very tight, very compact. I think it'll be 28-22. 28 to one and only Scotland. I think they're going to come away with it. We're going to go into that second fixture. France versus Ireland. This is where, by the time we come to this game, go back on the video on a later date. We're going to go back onto it. It's going to be very interesting. We're going to get right into it. Make sure there's a video I've already done preview England City. This will be a much shorter video. It's going to be probably about 10 minutes long. This one is just doing a quick preview and what my predictions I do think. And we're going to go through the lineups for them. Ballet, Machoun, Hagquist, Leroux, Willies, Cross, Olivier, Aldred, Dupont, Entermac, Vico, Vassin, Bakwa, Rata, Blueuf, and about Chat, Gross, Dumba, Telefunu, Cretin, Seren, Ratini, and Ramos. And for Ireland, Healy, Herring, Porter, Byrne, Ryan, Doris, Connors, Stander, Murray, Sexton, Aki, Henshaw, Keenan, Conway, Stockdale. On the bench for them is Heffron, Robban, Deedon, Delan, O'Mani, Gibson Park, Ross Brown, and Chris Farrell. Very strong team. Both are going to full strong possible. That's all to play for. And we're going to know if Ireland, and I imagine France want to win, they're going to have to win by 30 points. That's the thing. Wales, and this is what I think. I do think it's only going to need to win the Six Nations. I don't think they're going to need a massive score, Ryan. I think it's going to be close. I don't see them banging it away. I see a close game again. Don't think you're going to see a quality game. I think it's going to be probably about 4 points, I think, to win the Six Nations. But very tight, I think. Key battles has got to be. I think you're going to see Stander versus Aldred. Aldred looked really good before the lockdown. He looked really good, really impressed me, really physical. I think Olivier looked good. I think Leroux versus Burns going to be a really interesting battle. Backs-wise, we're going to see Entermac versus Sexton. Entermac and Dupont, those halfbacks, going to be so crucial the way they want to play. I really want to bring more rugby content out there. It's not going to be serious. I want to try and get this done. And I think Burnham on the bench, I think your two forwards going to be, I think you're going to see Omani, Delan versus Tafuna. Very physical locks. Delan is a bit more set piece. Tafuna, a bit more carrying aspect to them. And it's got to be Seren versus Gibson Park. Similar players, type of players. I think the big battle's got to be, I think, Aki versus that was my battle with Visson. Visson beats a lot of defending. And then Aki's very strong in the tackle, very physical. And I'm going to go my predictions. And I think it'll be a... And I think France are going to come away with it. 25-23 to France. I just see them coming away with the game. I see them they've been looking sharp. They've had a couple of games on them. And I think they did look sharp against Wales. I know we say Ireland play last week, but you don't know with this Ireland team. They can perform and they cannot. They didn't perform against England, but they performed against Wales, I think. And that's what you can't expect too much. And this is what you can't take a result off this Italy game, to be sure. And this is what I think. So first, I think England will win. England first. Second, France. Third. That is going to be my final standings. England, France, Ireland. And that's who I win. England will win the Six Nations. I'll be very delighted, even though we're in a old Toulon shirt. Very good. Like that. Make sure, guys, I've been fantastic for the recent support in these videos recently. I've got another video next week. Probably not a lot of videos next week. We'll probably have one on probably Scotland. And I'll probably have a Wales and Ireland video next week. And then what I think their team's for 8 nations, and then I'll probably have one England video next week. So I kept those 2 videos behind because I knew I'm not going to have much standard for next week, much video to produce. So this is what I'm coming, and I hope you like the videos, guys. There's going to be more Prem shout out. Oh yeah, next week, guys, got a special guest on, the Chris Edgerton from Radio Leicester will be on. That's another video coming next week. and I'll see you later. Bye.